Well, good morning, everybody. Today I'm over here at Indian Grave Gap, just north of Helen, Georgia, on Highway 75. And I'm going to be getting on the Appalachian Trail here, right over there, and hiking to Trey Mountain. Now, I've never hiked this section before, but there's supposed to be some really good views up there. And we're going to go up there and check it out today. It's an absolutely beautiful day, not a cloud in the sky, no wind, and it was 49 degrees when I parked the car there just a minute ago. So it's an absolutely beautiful day for hiking. And as you can see, there's not another soul here at the parking area, although I'm sure I might see some hikers on the AT, maybe even some through hikers. We'll see. But I'm going to get geared up and start hiking to Trey Mountain. Like I said, I'm hiking up to Trey Mountain from Indian Grave Gap. And as you can see, I'm in the green tunnel here on the Appalachian Trail. And like I said, I've never done this hike, but All Trail says it's about 3 miles up and 3 miles back, so it should be a good 6-mile hike. We'll see how accurate that is when I make it back to the parking area. Well, I finally got up here and leveled out. About the first half mile or so was a steady climb from the parking area, but got a little bit of ice on the ground down there, but finally leveled out a little bit. I don't know how long that'll last as I work my way on up the mountain here. I was really shocked that there was nobody else over here at Indian Grave Gap. So we take in the views here off the side of the trail. I figured there'd be a lot of people over here. It's that time of year when the through hikers are starting up pretty heavy through here. You get people setting up doing the trail magic and that kind of thing at the gaps. It can get pretty crowded. So, pretty surprised there was nobody else over here at Indian Grave Gap. I know the next gap over, Unicoi Gap, when I passed by there, it didn't look like there was a parking spot to be had. It was packed out. And I know at Woody Gap today, they're set up over there doing a lot of trail magic for the through hikers. So I guess I just hit it lucky with it not being really crowded. So far I haven't seen anybody else on the trail. Well, I just stopped here to fill up my life straw bottle. There's a road crossing right here, and the AT continues on across the road there up those steps. I just let 2 through hikers go around. They came up behind me on their way to Maine. I wished them the best and safe travels and all that stuff. So hopefully they make it all the way through on their epic adventure, because it's that's definitely an epic adventure right there. But I'm going to continue on across the road here and head on my little adventure up to Tray Mountain. Well, here we've got a campsite along the Appalachian Trail. Nice little campsite with some good views. Now with the leaves off the tree, now I'm sure if you were over here with the leaves on the trees, you wouldn't be able to see a dadgum thing, but we got good views over here right now. As another through hiker just went behind me there along the trail. That's the third one I've seen this morning. Didn't get to talk to him because I was too busy over here running my mouth. He's probably wondering why I'm over here talking to myself, but just wanted to get a little glimpse of this ridgeline view here. Trail's really flat here right now, so we'll see how long that continues. Well, I just came up from that direction, and man, let me tell you, that was a slog. Whew, it kicked my butt climbing up through there. It's steep, but getting some good ridgeline views up here as we pan around. But just catching my breath for a minute here after climbing up that little section and gonna head on that way towards Tray Mountain. Well, I'm up here on another ridge, hiking on the AT on my way to Tray Mountain. After that steep slog, but sure is beautiful up here, looking off in the distance. You can tell you wouldn't be able to see much of this at all in the summertime when all the leaves are on the tree. That's one good thing about winter hiking. A lot more views. But it's an absolutely gorgeous day today. I mean, the weather's just perfect. I'd say it's probably about 54, 55 degrees now. And as you can see, not a cloud in the sky. Excellent hiking weather. Well, here we've got our first good view. There's a campsite over here right off the side of the trail. I'm standing in the Appalachian Trail right here, and then right here to my right, we've got quite the view here. Now, I'm not up on Tray Mountain yet. I'm still making my way up there, but this is just a vista alongside the trail here. And way out there, I can see Currahee Mountain standing by itself out there. I don't know if the camera will pick it up because it's way out there. But it's standing alone, which that's what Currahee means, stands alone. Well, I just came out and crossed that little gravel section down there that's right beside that Forest Service Road. There's Forest Service Road. And that may be Tray Mountain Road, I'm not sure. Probably is. But the AT comes out and crosses that little patch of gravel and then starts up through here. And I'm headed in that direction. And this is the final approach to the summit of Tray Mountain. So I don't have far to go to be up there. We're already getting a good view over here to my right. But I'm going to continue on to the top of the mountain. Well, I just walked over here off the side of the trail to take in this another view here. This still isn't up on top of Tray Mountain, but I'm very close. This is right along the side of the trail. Absolutely beautiful out through there. I'm going to turn around here and continue on in that direction to the top of the mountain. Well, friends, I have made it to the top of Tray Mountain. And there is our southbound view. Which is absolutely beautiful out through there. We're at 4,420 feet, I think, is the elevation of Tray Mountain. Absolutely beautiful out through there. And if we go right on around the trail here, and this is the Appalachian Trail, it goes right over the top of the mountain. Over these rocks. And right here, we can get a northbound view from Tray Mountain. Absolutely beautiful. But I'm going to hang around here and have a snack for a few minutes before I start working my way back down to Indian Grave Gap in the parking area. Now, it was quite the climb up here. I'm sitting on 2.91 miles, so almost 3 miles up here. And it's quite the climb. But I'm going to have a snack and start making my way back down the mountain. Well, I'm making my way back down Tray Mountain. I met two more through hikers. Came across the top of the mountain while I was up there on their way to Maine. They were really taking in the beautiful views. They were really amazed by them. Seemed like they were really happy to see somebody else to talk to. And I find that to be the norm for through hikers. especially if they're not hiking in a group or, you know, not close to somebody else where they can talk. They usually, when they meet you on the trail, they want to talk for a few minutes. I guess being all secluded, they are happy to see somebody. Always really friendly folks. It is nice to see them. Like I said earlier, I wished them safe travels and hope their trail was ahead was blessed for them. But I'm just making my way back off Trey on this beautiful, beautiful day. Well, I made it back to this view here right alongside the trail that I stopped at earlier in the video as I was working my way up on the mountain. But there's this campsite that's right here next to the trail, and that log right there with my backpack and everything propped up against it was just calling my name when I came down through here. It was like, Scott, come sit down. Come sit down, Scott. So I had to answer its call. Sat down here and take a break for a few minutes. Drank some water. But man, I tell you, this day has just been beautiful. Can't get over how beautiful today is. Just perfect hiking weather. I talked to 3 more through hikers, so that puts my total up to 10 today of through hikers that I've passed and talked with on the trail. It was a group of 3 young men hiking together, and man, they were getting it up through there, up that mountain. They were really making some time, but they're still young and spry. They can do that. They don't have to hike a little bit and then stop and catch your breath like us old guys do. But they were really pounding out some elevation up through there in a hurry. But it's nice meeting all these through hikers on the trail and talking with them. It's really interesting. Some really down to earth people. You won't meet any more down to earth and humble people than what you'll meet out here on this trail. I can just about guarantee you that. But I'm gonna sit over here on this log that was calling my name and take a breather for a few before I start heading on back toward Indian Grave Gap. Well, I've made it back to this road crossing where I got water back earlier in the video. So I'm getting on. I don't have a whole lot further to go before I'm back at the parking area. But I think I'm going to stop here and refill my water bottle again. So that was good cold water right there. Well, as you can see, I made it back down here to Indian Grave Gap, to the parking area. So, Appalachian Trail from Indian Grave Gap to Trail Mountain back is complete. That was a beautiful hike. It was a tough hike. It was a climb all the way up the whole way, and then a descent all the way back. So that was a good one to get those old legs burning and screaming at you. But I'm sitting on 5.6 miles total round trip. So that was a good hike today. A lot of elevation gain and lots of good mountain views, and I was overdue for that. But anyway, I thank y'all for coming along with me today on this adventure. Hope you've all had a wonderful weekend, and I look forward to seeing you on my next adventure. Thanks for watching.